Welcome, everybody, to the DHC Sports Show. My name is Ed, also known as the Dad Hat, coming to you guys from Lightning One Studios. I'm calling it from now on. It's going to be Lightning One Studios. There is a story behind that. Anyways, my name is Ed, also known as the Dad Hat. With me, I got all of my wonderful friends. They have been, I've saw a lot of them this weekend, except for one who decided that he didn't like us. He was somewhere in other places, whatever, bro. Anyways, let's go around the room, guys, and let's go ahead and I am going to put the Prospector last because he's wearing a stupid hat right now. All of a sudden, his college team, who decided that they wanted to win by cheating the College World Series, whatever, bro.
Let's be
collusion.
Specific. It's not his college team. It's the college team he pulls for.
That is correct. He didn't go to this college. It is the college team that he pulls for. That is correct. So hello, Lynn. How are you? Anyways, let's go ahead and get started with Mr. Producer. Mr. Producer, what hat are you wearing? And what are we drinking tonight, my friend?
So tonight's hat is the Marion Hungry Mothers. Their on-field hat they had a limited limited quantity of. This hat was waiting for me when I made it home from the trip, so I decided to pull it out tonight. And tonight's beer is one that you guys will be having soon, but since I drove home, I'm able to have this now. This is from the Canadian Patrick collection.
Oh, okay.
We have Left Field Brewing Raspberry Hibiscus wheat beer.
That sounds
really good. Hopefully Donnie sends some this way.
No, you didn't make it to the meetup, so therefore you don't have any.
It's okay, you had to be present to receive the prize.
Okay, that's fine. Can you at least send me my other stuff that I was there for and purchase?
Yeah, I actually have some for you, so I have to adjust the shipment even further.
There's going to be like 50 cases that you're sending this way.
For everybody.
What I realized afterwards, all the stuff that I'm going to ship you originally, I'd have been cheaper probably just to give you a suitcase, let you put it in there and check the bag.
Well, I don't want to take up all your room, but if you just want to wait until you come here and bring it, that might be easier.
We may do that.
Might as well. All right. Let's go ahead and continue on with the Mr. Mayor. Mr. Mayor, what are you wearing and what are we drinking? And who is with you tonight?
So what I'm wearing, I've got the Kansas City Royals dad hat. I threw
Gross.
it on with, yes, Master shirt. And special guest star tonight, Jason Jennings, all the way from Ohio with his Kent State shirt and Mud Hens hat. And we're both, knocking out some Dippin' Dots here. So,
that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Strawberry cheesecake.
Oh, there it is.
I'm drinking the Diet Mountain Dew. So I was actually going to have one of Canadian Patrick's beers tonight as well, but I'm not in the house.
Let's go Royals. If you say so, Mrs. Influencer, if you say so. All right, Mr. Influencer, go ahead.
So I am wearing the Columbia River Rooster Tails. It was a giveaway hat. Mr. Mertens gave it to me when I was at the game a couple years ago. And I have water.
No drinking and driving, guys. No drinking and driving, okay? Go ahead, Mr. Prospector. Go right ahead.
Oh, good evening, guys.
Go ahead.
Nice of you to join us.
Late as always, but whatever.
Champions don't have to show up on time. They just show up.
I'm sorry. He got caught off. I don't know what just happened.
Bro, acts like he's on the team.
He's about to get his admin authorization revoked. That's what's going to happen. No, Joe, it does not look good.
Yeah, it looks great.
No, it doesn't.
I don't understand why you're blaming LSU for what the umpires did, but I digress. Anyways,
oh no, he was not safe. No, you better challenge that.
Well, you're also angry because of the Guardians Blue Jays game.
Yeah, I'm sorry. The ex-Guardians beating the current Guardians. Yeah, go ahead. Keep going.
Well, don't be sour about it. But,
I'm
anyways,
sour about it.
Yeah, no. So tonight I am wearing the on-field hat of the NCAA baseball champions, the Men's College World Series champions, the LSU Tigers. Go Tigers! And shout out to my burner account, whom I got to meet this weekend, And shout out to everybody who's here with us. And tonight I am drinking what's water now, but will soon be Crystal Light. So that's what I've got tonight.
Real quick, I just want to jump in and say thank you to Joe Sheets, Canadian Patrick, for the beers that he sent with me for all you guys and me. It's really great of you to do that. Really do
Absolutely.
appreciate that. And
Absolutely appreciate
Lynn had commented here a minute ago to tell JJ to look for a box, so he wanted to. Thank you, Lynn.
Yeah, there. Hey, how was that beer, Mr. Producer?
I haven't cracked it open yet. I'm updating Northwoods League scores right now.
Oh God. All right, here we go. Hey, I'm wearing a Chicago Dogs hat that I purchased this weekend. Guys, almost not drinking water tonight because I have no beer in my refrigerator anymore. Because Mother Nature decided to be a mean person. So I am going to start by saying I am very impressed with CapX. I was waiting for the Chicago Dogs this weekend during the corporate media meetup, which, by the way, was an absolute success. Wonderful time, right?
Have great time. Mike Trippy is awesome too.
Absolutely, 100%. So we went there. The team store, really cool team store. The ballpark is beautiful. We'll talk about it here in a minute. But what I wanted to get started with is CapX. It is absolutely wonderful hat. Their materials are wonderful. It's not a stretch fit, although it does have a little bit give to it. It's not really a true stretch fit hat. So I don't know what you guys think of it. I want to hear your opinions on CapX because it's absolutely. I was impressed. I was impressed.
All I can say is Zephyr better look out because CapX is some fantastic hats.
And even on their dad hats.
Yeah, their dad hats are awesome too. Yeah,
super comfortable. I mean that I love that has just the X on it. On this one, it has it right there.
yeah, it's like a little rubberized X too.
It
so
is.
It's not stitched. It's really cool.
So, kudos to CapX. I mean, listen, I'm just saying, like you said, Zephyr better be watch out because CapX is coming and it's coming in strong. So.
Yeah, this was the Chicago Dogs hat was the first CapX hat I've ever bought, and I definitely like it a lot.
Yeah, so you tell me, Mr. Prospector.
So I tried on the CapX Chicago Dogs hats, and I liked the fit. I liked the ones with the specific sizes. I have not tried their stretch fit to really decide how I like those, but the ones that I have tried, I've been very impressed. I got a trucker and I got like one of their adjustable hats from the Chicago Dogs. I got a squeeze and Mr. Ketchup hat, and I was very impressed with those. So
yeah, super impressed, super impressed by them. So material is really good. Like I said, stitching is absolutely wonderful stitching on it, right? Real tight stitching on it, on the logos and everything. And even on this one, right? You can definitely tell like the stitching is really well done and really good details on it. So again, congratulations to CapX. They really did a good job. So before we continue, guys, again, this show is brought to you by All Forward Baseball Company. Guys, you guys already know we've been saying this for a long time now. All Forward is one of the nicest, small businesses and I'm so proud to be, we're partnering with them, right? Logan, absolutely wonderful dude. He was there doing the corporate media meetup. Right now, if you go on the website and you decided to purchase some gear from him, right? Use code Dad Hat, okay? You're gonna get yourself a discount at the checkout of the whole thing, okay? The whole purchase, you get 50% off of your purchase if you use code Dad Hat. He also has the sticker club. I'll do it for you, Mr. Donnie. I got it here, okay? I got the stickers, okay? These are really good material, good quality stickers, okay? Every month he sends out a little postcard, which each of their stickers, and because you guys are fans of the show, use code DHC and you will get it for $3 instead of the full price at $6. So make sure you guys go on there and support All Forward Baseball Company. So this one was MLB promos. You got Caught Looking. Look at that logo. How beautiful is that thing? Okay. Cards for Smiles. And then this is one of the all-time baseball. So the Indianapolis Blues. So not bad at all. For some vintage baseball. So there you go. All right. So obviously, all of us on this show tonight, we were traveling this weekend. We all were doing some travels. Obviously, Eric was in San Diego, hanging out in LA. So, hanging out with family. Congratulations to you, my friend. I mean, obviously, I get it. You have to go hang out with mom and everything. We get that. Obviously, you don't like us, but whatever. It is what it is.
No, just the guy next to you.
Ah, got it.
Did he say earlier that he met himself in Chicago?
Yeah, he met himself.
That's fun.
I wonder how that go. I mean, I was going to ask you, how the conversation went, with him. So, but tell us about your travels, Mr. Influencer, and then we'll go into the corporate meetup.
Yeah, so I went to, my mom is retiring next month, so we took her on a retirement trip. So we flew out to LA. When we got into LA, the Dodgers were in town, so went over to Dodger Stadium. That was my first time at Dodger Stadium. They were playing the Padres, so I got into a hole. Tatis had gotten hit multiple times, and in retaliation, then they hit Ohtani. But after they hit Tatis the second time, they cleared the benches. But then when Ohtani got hit after that, he said, "No, don't come out, just stay." Whatever.
So Tony's like, let's not do this. Let's not.
Then we went down to San Diego, went to 2 Padres games. They were playing the Royals. And then we went to the San Diego Zoo and then to Coronado Islands to the beach. So a lot of fun.
Nice. Good. I'm happy to see that. And by the way, of course, San Diego Padres have one of the best City Connect jerseys out there.
They were playing that Friday. Was it Friday? Yeah, Friday night. They were playing in their City Connect, so I got to see those on field.
What'd you think of them?
Love them.
I love it.
Yeah, Mrs. Influencer even loves their City Connect.
Hell yeah, because they're great, and she got great taste.
No doubt.
Oh, there it is. Okay, so as you guys already know, listen, the corporate meetup happened this weekend. It started Friday. Technically, for some of us, went to a couple of the games. I did not attend any games, not because I didn't want to, just because the way that flights just happened to I was just lucky that my flight was not delayed, that I was able to get in, even though my wife didn't believe this until she finally saw it in person. I was told to go back we were both at the getting checked in. I was told to go back so they can fix my name. Okay. And then after that, I had to go back again. And then they pulled me aside because they were going to check my bag. But at least I made it through. That's why I always like to go at least an hour or two before the flight, starts boarding, because I know what's going to happen. I just know it's just going to happen. And lo and behold, it did happen. My wife, no issues, right through, no problems. We have the same last name, by the way. Same last name. She was passed. I was told to go back. Go figure that one out.
That was Mother Nature. She didn't have a hurricane ready, so she had to work on something else. And then once she did get on that plane, she's like, well, I'll show him. When he comes home, this is what he's going to get.
Oh, don't you worry. Mother Nature played a joke on us. I'll go that in a second. But then we met up with the Prospector, as well as someone, who has a book or two, Paul Caputo. He was there. We met him at Wrigley Field. I met him at Wrigleyville because I couldn't get in because we got there late. We took the train and we met them. So it was beautiful there. It was hot as all get out. So, talk to me about that your Friday, guys. Prospector, producer, Mr. Mayor. Go, Mr. Prospector.
Okay. My Friday started very, very early.
How early?
Oh man. So I had a 2 a.m. Anyone that knows about groom transportation taking you to the airport. Well, I was going to stay up and not even try to go to sleep. Well, your boy fell asleep, and they tell you to be there 15 minutes before your groom transportation starts, and I woke up at 1:25. So, but I made it to the station by 1:57, and I got a shower in. So, so I made it to the airport, and my flight left on time. I got there on time, but I got pulled for extra checks as well because they must have known I was going to see Ed. So I was suspicious. So they pulled both of my bags for extra checks, and I'm like, it's a hat. It's a hat case. What do you think is in it? But I digress.
Contraband.
And yeah, contraband. So I went to I got to go to Wrigley with Paul Caputo from, I don't know, some podcast, and some official podcast wildlife correspondent, musical enthusiast, and national anthem extraordinaire, arranger, like Amy Burnett, and then got to my seats at Wrigley, and sitting in front of me were a couple from Georgia. Go figure. So because I know it surprises everybody that I struck up a conversation with someone in front of me. But and so we went to Wrigley, and then I thought that was amazing. I got to just to walk around and see all the history, and seeing a wonderful stadium that was built into downtown Chicago. I mean, it surpassed my expectations. I really, really liked it. And then after the game,
enjoy it. I'm glad.
Yeah. And then after the game, I obviously went and I met up with you, Ed, and I met up with, you guys picked us up, and then we went and ate at Lou Malnati's.
Good deep dish. Good deep
Yeah,
dish pizza.
yes, good deep dish pizza. So we did that, and then after that, we went down to the Navy Pier to go on.
That was an experience.
Oh my gosh, that's a whole other experience in and of itself. Yeah, good luck finding parking down there.
Sweet Lord.
Yeah, but we managed to find it eventually, and then we went on an architectural boat tour, which shout out to Ed and to the CFO/CEO of the Dad Hat Chronicles, the wonderful Darla Rivera, and it was their idea to do that, and boy, was it a great thing, a great recommendation, because it allows you to see the city of Chicago in a whole different light, and it brought out some of the beauty that I don't think you always get just driving down the streets.
It was beautiful. That
it was gorgeous. It was gorgeous.
The weather was perfect.
Yep.
So it was absolutely wonderful. Yeah, I agree with you.
Yeah, and so that was, and then after that we went to Kilwin's and got some ice cream, and
super late
with a guy that was really, really happy that we were coming in at like 10:30 to get some ice cream.
Oh, dude, that guy.
Yeah,
that guy was like, "What do you want? Yes, you two together. Okay, go. You two, you three. Yep. Okay, go." He was ready to go. He was not messing around. He was not even giving any testers or anything like that. He's like, no samples tonight.
He was very pleased. And then we went home. It was a very full day, and I think we all were, went to sleep as soon as we got back to the Airbnb. And yeah, like that was a long day, but a great day.
There you go, Mr. Producer.
So like every other Friday, I woke up in Grand Rapids, and I was there for the West Michigan Whitecaps the day earlier. So I made my drive over to Chicago during that, and got stuck basically an hour and a half of traffic in Gary, which is probably 5th or 6th level of hell, maybe.
Gary, no joke.
But I was initially going to go to South Bend to go to a Cubs game there, but decided probably a week before I left to change it to go to Joliet Slammers, where Donnie, Rhonda, and their son, and Kelly and Christina were going too. So we all got to meet over there for a game, and that was a really, I don't know what I was expecting for that ballpark, but that was a really nice ballpark for the level that it's at, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
Even had a good crowd, had fireworks. They had a stand where they will put anything in a helmet. So Donnie was eating barbecue wings from a helmet. I could have got my mozzarella sticks in a helmet, but I did not. They had their own team specific beer, which was nice. So that was my Friday going to Joliet. That was a nice addition to add.
How was their team store and selection?
Team store was a little bit on the smaller side. But they had a good selection of hats, I would say. So I know Donnie was looking for pins that they did not have, or I think lapels were the other thing. But they had like specialty jerseys. They had a Joliet Hawaiian shirt jersey that I was really looking at, but they were only in smalls, and I am a little too husky for a small. So I would say the team store was decent.
Okay.
Yeah, it was
Mr.
okay. I wanted to get one of the dad hats with the tritone dad hat with Jelly Bird on the front.
Right.
When I saw it in person, it was too much. The logo was just like heavy on the black. It just sort of looked. I don't know. It just didn't look like it was. It could have been cleanly stitched better. I don't know. It was just I went with the classic J green with the orange bill dad hat.
I see that. Okay.
But yeah, the store was okay, but yeah, there wasn't a lot there. But like Virgil, we started our day in Bowling Green because I had stopped for the night in Bowling Green and checked out the Hot Rods game on Thursday night while Rhonda and Jordan stayed at the hotel. And that's a nice stadium too. Bowling Green's very, very much should be on everyone's list to get to because it's a fantastic little stadium.
Really quick, going back to the Slammers, all the dad hats, they were all Velcro.
Yeah, they are all Velcro. That was one negative to the dad hats is that they were Velcro.
It's a comfortable hat.
I had to get one.
Yeah, I have a Joliet Slammers hat.
Yeah.
But that's when I didn't even know that it was a Velcro, not strap. So I was like, oh man.
Yeah. But so we came up from Bowling Green, and then we did before the game. I went to go see the old Joliet State Prison because I'm a huge fan of the Blues Brothers movie. So I went over there, checked that out, got some really cool pictures, found a cool mural to the Blues Brothers on the side of an auto parts store. And then later that night after the game, as I'm doing my posts, I find out that day was the 40th anniversary of the release of the Blues Brothers movie, which I didn't know going into it. So I thought that was pretty cool that I ended up outside the prison in Joliet 40 years after the movie was released.
There you go.
But as Virgil said, the stadium was a very, very good stadium for that level. Really nice. Really enjoyed the layout of it. And like I said, a good concourse around the outfield. The helmet food was good. You could get chicken tenders, wings, boneless wings, mozzarella sticks, whatever you wanted in the little mini helmet.
Center fielder number 19, Oswell Gonzalez.
All right, I love it.
Great experience. Great experience.
Love to hear that. And they, obviously we got to see some good friends, right? And by the way, I gotta go with Mr. Prospect on this one. Lil Malnati's. I previously we had Darla and I. We had been to Chicago. We had deep dish, but the previous deep dish pizza that we had was like super thick, and I was like, nah, this is a more of a lasagna casserole type of pizza, right? Lil Malnati's was a little thinner, and let me tell you, it was absolutely delicious.
Yeah, we ended up at Lou Malnati's on Sunday after the game as well because Giordano's apparently was not very accommodating. They were not going to seat all of us together until like 7:30 or something, and they were not willing to work with everybody. So we chose to go to Lou Malnati's, even though a couple of people in the party had already done that, Paul and Amy and Patrick specifically. But it is good. In fact, I had the leftover slice today for lunch, so very good.
Oh, good to know that it travels well.
Yeah. Is it? And how was it, Donnie?
Fantastic. It was very fantastic.
Okay, very good.
Even reheated in my microwave. That slice was fantastic.
I just wanted to make sure.
Hey, am I echoing or is it Donnie? No, you're muted. No, not Mr. Mayor. Mr. Prospector, you're muted.
Oh.
Yeah. Is it me?
No, it's not you.
It's him.
For once. Wow.
It's me.
No, it's. I think it's Patrick.
Oh, gotcha.
Oh, well, I'll be right back.
There he goes. Okay, he goes again. Oh well, this is what we do. Guys, Saturday was absolutely wonderful. Saturday was a beautiful day. The Chicago Dogs. This was the one I was actually had the most I was like really had high hopes for it, and it didn't disappoint. That ballpark was beautiful. Mike Trippy was awesome, by the way. Chai Dog, you guys got to go to a Chicago Dogs baseball game because the ballpark is beautiful. First of all, it's a nice 360 concourse. The food is great. I had a Chicago Dog there at the ballpark, and let me tell you, chef's kiss. Okay, it was really, really, really good. And no, guys, I did not put ketchup on it. Okay, so just so you guys know, I didn't put ketchup, even though I'm a fan of ketchup. I didn't put any ketchup. It had the tomatoes and everything, so no ketchup was put on a Chicago Dog. We wanted to try it the way it is. It was done. Although me and Darla looked at the relish and it looked neon green. It looked like that green that from The Simpsons, with the three-eyed fish. That's what color it looked like. That's what I could, definitely put it at. So, but it was wonderful. I mean, the night was great. Obviously, the Chicago Dogs won. We had a fireworks night, and it was good seeing a lot of people because a lot of people show up, right? Oh, Logan Wine was there, Patrick of Baseball Mapper, Lynn was there, Joe was there from Canada, all the way from Canada. All right. There was so many people there that it was cool to see like this stupid thing that we do, right? The Carpet Media Meetup, to see people from all over the country meet up in one location to go watch baseball and all of that minor league baseball. It was absolutely wonderful. Sunday, same thing, right? We did get to play catch before the game, but it was hot as Hades out there, man. Sweet Jesus, was it hot? It was Patrick. You were there. You were playing catch. Donnie, you were. It was a handful of us that were playing catch. I was glad that we did that because I couldn't stay the whole game. I had to leave because I had to get to the airport. Real Clevelanders don't put ketchup on that. Whoa, 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 JJ. Whoa, 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 JJ. Slow your roll there, sunshine. Ketchup is delicious. I also do ballpark mustard. The only one, that we can, put mustard on. Okay, it's the only Cleveland mustard that we can see. Okay, but it was absolutely wonderful to see people. I was surprised, little surprised of how pleasant the Boomers ballpark. I was pleasantly surprised at it. I didn't have high hopes. I'm not gonna lie, but I was actually pleasantly surprised at that ballpark. What do you guys think of that one?
I wouldn't say high hopes for me. It was more I had just no idea what I was walking into.
Right.
So yeah, that was definitely a complete surprise. The only thing that I personally did not have a problem with, but I know others would probably, is the fact that the main team store is kind of disconnected from the concourse.
Correct. It's the same with the Durham Bulls Park.
Right.
Yeah, it's downstairs before you go up to the stadium.
It's very disconnected because we were trying to find it. I was like, oh yeah, it's the stairs right there. Although we kind of did stay in front of the stairs because that AC was hitting and felt great.
Yeah, that was that's a very I won't say underrated, but most expectations are low, as Virgil said, because you don't really expect it to be something, and it's better than expected. Even though it doesn't have a 360 concourse, it wasn't that much of a deterrent because it did have a lot of extra space in the outfield on the left field side. A kids play area, that kids play area rivals this one right behind me and some of the other minor league stadiums that I've been to. I mean, they had all kinds of stuff for the kids out there.
And I get that it is indie ball, but a little more merchandise would have been nice to see.
Yeah, I was disappointed they don't have a lot of the collectible type stuff. That the hats they had pretty good, the shirts, but a lot of the things like the pins and keychains and stuff that a lot of people like to collect, they didn't have anything like that.
No pins for either teams, by the way.
Right? Yeah, none of the teams I saw except Bowling Green, which is an affiliated, but none of them independent league Friday, Saturday, Sunday were anything like that. And to your point about Chicago dogs, I didn't get a Chicago dog because I've had one before and I wanted to try something else. I was going to get the Italian beef because I haven't had that, and they were sold out of that in the third inning, which I was surprised
Paul
they
had
sold that
one
out
Italian
so
beef.
quick. But Rhonda wanted the meatball sub, so I went with that. Those meatballs were like 3 racquetball size meatballs. That thing was huge, but it was fantastic.
It was so good.
Yeah, so good.
You should have
And
seen
the-
producer's eyes when he got that. He was like, I'm
Yeah.
so happy. I'm in my
saw he
happy
had that
place.
too.
Well,
Yep.
What do you think my eyes were bigger at, for that meatball sub or the bases loaded burger?
Oh,
at Walmart?
yeah, right. Yeah,
Oh my gosh,
true.
that burger.
That was a tie.
Yeah, that burger you got was crazy. And,
Darla's
the
face
churros-
was like,
the churro
are you going to
sundae the
eat
dogs
all of
had
that?
was good. Yeah, that was.
Darla was
huge.
like, are you going to eat all of that? And you're like, yeah, yes, I am.
Speaking of meatballs, ask JJ why he didn't get meatballs in a helmet last night in Myrtle Beach.
That was Saturday, and
Saturday. Yeah.
I didn't see that. Which stand was that at?
Right behind, next to the ice cream stand.
I didn't pay attention. I,
Don't
I
let him.
already-
Don't let him call you out, JJ. Don't let him call you out.
I'm not easily offended. I don't know. I think I ate something, and I waited to get the ice cream, and the girl recommended the chocolate cookies and cream, which was good.
Mm.
Because they had peanuts and Cracker Jack ice cream, and she made a face when I asked her if it was good. So she gave me the recommendation for the chocolate cookies and cream, and it was pretty good. I had to eat it fast.
All the ice cream this weekend had to eat. It was like,
Oh,
if
yeah.
not, you were drinking it after that.
My churro sundae at the Dogs game, I ended up drinking the bottom half of that because the ice cream got turned into milk.
How was that though?
It was fantastic. It really was.
We were thinking about either that or the ice cream helmet but we did promise our daughter that we were going to get her an ice cream helmet.
Yeah.
So we went with it. But yeah, we were this close of picking that.
Well, I did get the Dippin' Dots in a helmet to start with, so I got the helmet. But then Rhonda wanted the churro sundae, so I went to get her one, and I was like, "Damn, that looks good. I'm gonna get me one too." So, yeah, as Phil says, I did post a great picture of the churro sundae because it comes in that little plastic fish bowl, and yeah, you just had to eat it fast because that ice cream melted like crazy. Now, the thing that was the hit for us in the dessert realm was the Joliet Slammers had the creamery down the left field line, and Rhonda got the ice cream nachos. Oh my God, that was yeah, it was
Ice cream nachos. Talk to me.
Yes,
That was
They had
that was
three-
Schaumburg.
huh?
No,
That was
Schaumburg.
Or Schaumburg. I'm sorry. Yeah, Schaumburg. Yeah. Schaumburg had the ice cream nachos. So it was basically 3 single scoop waffle cones. But what they did is they took the 3 waffle cones, broke them up, layered them on the bottom, put 3 scoops of ice cream with whipped cream, sprinkles, chocolate syrup, cherry. I mean, that thing was basically like eating 3 ice cream cones. It was huge. And it was so good.
Oh, that was
There's a picture of that on my stuff too. You go look at the picture of that thing. It was crazy good.
She had to share that with the rest of us, and I gladly fell on that sword for that.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
was
you
like that was
sacrifice
way
yourself,
way
right,
too
for
much
the
for
good of
one
the team.
person.
I like it. Lynn says that her dipping dots melted on Sunday. The churro Sunday was good. Then there was chocolate milk. Yeah, it was chocolate milk after that.
Schaumburg also had a team beer, which I always like to point out whenever someone has a unique one. It was a Helles. That was really good for a Helles.
It was hellish good.
Guys, there was that whole weekend. Patrick was on a different level, Eric, when it comes to dad jokes. I'm telling you, it was like, oh, all right, I think we've had enough. And of course, what happens after that? My wife joins in, and then Amy joins in, and then Paul joins in, and I was in a 7th level of hell after that.
Luckily, I was like 3 time zones away.
And yet I was still in rent free. Go figure.
Well, it's considering you just broke up and nobody could hear what you said, and I doubt it.
So, anyways, all right, Mr. Producer, I know we have a list of things, but I'm sure you're going to go over that. Joliet does have a nice ballpark logger too, says Lynn. So there you go.
Did he just jump out of the way of a foul ball?
It looks like it. Yeah, I think so.
I'm sure he's got.
Phil says, I think America Park has every type of meat and tube form imaginable. I believe it.
So
All right,
I'll
Mr.
be-
Producer. Talk to us.
Real quick. I'll be in Chicago in 1 week. Do I go Lou Malnati's or Giordano's?
Lou Malnati's.
Okay. Or both. Donnie,
Or
did you
both.
get hit by a foul ball?
No, I thought it was going to land right here in front of us and stay, and it bounced all the way back to the Dippin' Dot. Some kid got it.
No, speaking
Nice.
of foul ball, Lynn got one at Schaumburg.
Sure did. Well, hold on a second. All of a sudden, someone decides to show up to the Carpet Media meetup, and now has opinions on food. Excuse you, Mr. Mike Sellers.
I like how he was pointed out in the line at Chicago Dog when we were all coming down. I think it was Patrick that says there's Sellers right there. Because like, how do you know? He's like 3 feet taller than everybody else.
Yeah. He's the dude is massive. He's huge.
It also helps that he had Sellers on the back of his jersey.
Yes, that was also
That also, like, as if we couldn't tell who Sellers was.
slight
Right,
giveaway.
exactly. Yeah. But he's
I'm like, look at that big
But yeah, it was good to
Sasquatch
see
looking
him.
dude.
no, it was good to see Sellers.
It
Really,
was
yeah.
fun.
So it's nice to finally meet him in person. I haven't met him yet.
Never met him.
Good dude. He lives not too far. Go to Portillo's for Italian beef and a chocolate cake shake. Not snake, shake.
Chocolate cake snake. Oh wow.
Oh, it's a different kind of show. Anyways, Mr. Producer, talk to me.
Is that why you're segueing back to me? I mean, that's kind of okay.
Well, I mean,
So let's go over the Northwoods League standings real quick. So in first place is Patrick at 17-10.
no one cares.
Second place is me at 17-11 with the Woodchucks. Patrick's with the Mallards, but only just a half a game back. So see what happens there.
Maybe if Madison actually plays some games, then he might have a worse record.
Man, those sour grapes must taste good, Eric, do they?
Well, here's the thing. They lost tonight in game 1. Game 2 still going on right now, and they're tied 1-1.
Ooh.
So we'll keep eyes on that. In third place is the Kalamazoo Growlers at 15-11 with Donnie. Which, by the way, since I actually saw the Kalamazoo Growlers in person when I was at Battle Creek, they are a very dirty team.
I'm sorry. What team is a dirty team?
The Kalamazoo Growlers.
It checks out with teams that Mr. Mayor likes to follow. I don't
Exactly.
know. The
You
Panthers.
say dirty, I say aggressive.
It is no wonder Mr. Mayor follows this team. They're the Yankees of
The Yankees, the Florida Panthers.
Oh, so
Should
they're
I say
winners.
more?
They're champions. Okay.
Yeah. Cheaters. Also.
Whoa.
Just calling it how it is.
So back to what I was saying before that little outburst. I apologize. I'll keep it cool next time. In fourth place is Traverse City at 15-13. So they're coming up pretty good. They could probably reach Kalamazoo. They're only a game back. And
We don't need to go anymore. We don't need to.
Last place is Kenosha Kingfish at 12-17, 4.5 games back.
Right. We still have a shot.
I mean, it's true. Everybody has a shot. But let's talk about today's scores with our teams involved. So, as I mentioned earlier, the first game that comes up here, the Madison Mallards lose to the Green Bay Rockers 8-6.
Still hate that name.
Then the Booyah was better.
The Booyah was much better.
Then we've got the Fond du Lac Dog Spiders beating the Kenosha Kingfish in 7, 2-0. Then currently we have the bottom of the 5th. The Royal Oak Leprechauns are up 6-3 against Kalamazoo, which I wish I had a Kalamazoo story, but they rained out and there was lightning in the area, so they didn't even let anybody in the ballpark, so I cannot count that one. Top of the 6th, we have Lake Source Chinooks up 7-5 against the Wausau Woodchucks. Then we have, top of the 6th, and they have broken the deadlock. Madison Mallards are 3-1 up against the Green Bay Rockers. And then top of the 6th in game 2 for Kenosha, they are down 1-0 against the Fond du Lac Dog Spiders. And Traverse City and Battle Creek is being rescheduled due to rain.
Phil, I'd be curious to know if Traverse City has the same red helmets or if they have some different ones, since that's my team. I need to get up there sometime.
I did find out that West Michigan Whitecaps do sell Traverse City Pit Spinners hats because it's owned by the same group.
Correct.
So that was kind of a nice surprise to see.
Correct.
So, as you guys may have known earlier, Ed was mentioning about lightning at his house. But you also know what goes with lightning, right?
Please do tell me.
And that's the thunder.
Yeah.
Talking about NBA championships, Oklahoma City Thunder.
So do we feel bad for the Pacers?
I hate to see Halliburton go down in a game like that, but at the same time, I don't feel bad for the Pacers.
No, I don't feel bad for that. I feel bad for him. Like, he didn't go out the way he wanted to. You know what I mean? Like, that's disappointing to see.
I agree, but even with him being out, they still kind of made a fight out of it until the third, where they just turned over.
I don't think they would have won, though. Oklahoma City was on a mission.
They were on a mission, true, but I was listening to that game on the way back from. I was trying to go to Bowling Green, and I was still it was a little nervy for me for a good bit.
I was listening to it on the way back up to Raleigh. So that was an interesting one.
So I'm trying.
While you're saying that, so you're mentioning lightning. We got home around midnight. Apparently, there was a big storm on Thursday on the way out. And yours truly's house was hit by lightning. No joke. And that I am playing the lottery because I don't know how this house is still standing. I'm not kidding, guys. Like, I hit a gas line. And I don't know how the house is still standing. So there's that. So dealing with all of that right now. What you said?
Definitely. Thank goodness it is.
Yeah.
And thank goodness that no one was here.
Yeah.
Right? Because
Were there any fumes or anything like that?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
No, I was going to say there's certainly gas fumes in there and everything.
100% there were. Like, we had to open up the windows all night.
Yeah.
And to top it off, it was like 1,000 degrees and humans all get out. You know? So, but luckily we got very lucky. There was, but it was touch and go there for a minute.
We're glad you're safe. That's what matters most.
Yeah. So, anyways, Mr. Producer, talk to us.
I was trying to find a stat real quick, so thank you for the delay on that.
Absolutely.
But there's two things that to show you how big it is in that area. Two things. First off, do you guys want to guess the last time Oklahoma City had a down parade for sports, for anything?
Do I really care?
I do.
Okay, go for it.
So the last time they had a parade for anything was in 1996 when the Oklahoma City Blazers won the CHL in hockey.
Boo.
Wow.
Sorry, that was Wichita's rival. So I had to do it. I'm sorry.
I get it. I get
maybe
it.
a reason why I mentioned it, because I always like to, rattle our Wichita people.
That was the biggest rivalry between Wichita and Oklahoma City for years. Wichita won the CHL, I think, 94, 93, 94, something around there. And then, it was always a lot of fights when they played the Blazers.
Nice. I might have missed it, but where do y'all come down on umpires versus Coastal Carolinas, Coach? We haven't talked about that yet, don't. So.
That was clearly a dive by the ump.
100%.
The umpires were horrible on that.
That's right, Mr. Sellers.
Oh, nice.
Nice. Yeah. Puerto Rico baseball keychain from there. Yeah, you go. I love it.
Okay.
So
I thought what I was looking for, by the way.
All right, go for it.
Okay, so I'm going to give you guys a list of names for a minute. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, LeBron James, Michael Jordan, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Durant, Kobe Bryant, Stephen Curry, Wilt Chamberlain, and now Shea Gilgeous-Alexander.
MVPs.
Players with MVPs, final MVPs, and scoring titles. So that's
Okay.
kind of a big exclusive list to be a part of, is to witness it currently with somebody like SGA, which really, I still don't think people would know who he is.
I have no idea until this year.
So give you an idea how great of a player he is. He may be one that may be appreciated a lot later than he is now, but that's going to be, I think that will be a household name if they play it right in a few years.
So he's about to get paid, is what I'm hearing.
They have a big three with Holmgren, Williams, and Alexander. They all will probably get paid. But the question that will go there is, can they keep them together?
I was just going to ask that question. I was like, are they going to be able to keep it with the current way that the NBA has their structure when it comes to signing players, their cap, and all of that?
Because this is not the first time the Thunder have had a big three that end up breaking up.
Right.
They had Durant, Westbrook, and Harden.
Yep.
And Harden was the first to go, and then the other two end up leaving pretty much right after that. So I'll be curious what happens with that. Possibly. I'd be surprised if they kept all three. But, I've seen weirder things happen. I would definitely think they would keep Alexander. I think it'd be between Williams or Holmgren.
Or Chet.
Yeah.
Let me ask you, and you're more of an NBA fan than I am, right? You follow the NBA more than I do.
Good.
Does it make sense for the NBA draft to be this close to the championship?
I don't have a problem with it. I kind of like that version better because if you think about it, college has already been over since April.
Okay.
So that's really where you're doing your evaluating at the time. I don't really have a problem with it being this.
I mean, think about it, because the way, and again, I'm just unbiased here, but like the NFL, right? Their Super Bowl is done, and then they wait a little bit, and then they have their draft, and it's like a spectacle, right? Like, I mean, it's so like and also it gives you some time to build up on those players, going up and down in rankings and all that, and then you never know what happens in the NFL draft. I would have thought the same thing kind of would have been the same with the NBA, but again, the NBA also has the lottery, so like I don't know.
Well, you got to remember that the NBA drafts are already fixed also.
A true story.
Hence why Dallas has
the number one
pick.
Yeah.
But speaking of Dallas, I read that Kyrie Irving did not sign his contract.
Really?
Yeah. So there's going to be some.
So is he trying to sign a new contract with him, like a brand new contract?
He just did as of like 10 minutes ago. I don't
Are you
know
serious?
if you saw that or not. Yeah, 3 years, $119 million with the Mavs. That just came across like 10, 12 minutes ago. Yeah, so yeah, 3 years, $119 million. I'm pretty sure I saw.
Woo, baby.
Yeah, and another trade in the NBA too.
What just
supposedly
happened?
Yeah, so this is go ahead.
No, go ahead. Go ahead, Mr. Producer.
So there's quite a few trades that have happened. Two of the biggest ones happened today. One is a three-way trade between Boston, Atlanta, and Brooklyn Nets.
I don't understand what Boston is doing.
They're basically breaking up everything.
They're dumping. Yeah, they're dumping
everything.
Yeah.
Georges Niang has been acquired by the Celtics. The Atlanta Hawks get Porzingis.
Jesus.
Which I'm going to be curious. That's one I'm going to be curious to see how
I'm curious about that team now.
And then Brooklyn Nets get Terrence Mann. And then the other one, which I've kind of a little interested in this one, between the Pelicans and the Wizards, Jordan Poole and Saddiq Bey is going to New Orleans, and Washington is getting C.J. McCollum and Kelly Olynyk.
Oh, fuck Kelly Olynyk.
Whenever the Wizards get some talent, they just trade it.
Yeah.
I mean, C.J. McCollum's a good player, but
Kelly Olynyk is a. Anyway.
Yeah, but I mean, the reason the Wizards got that C.J. McCollum is because it's an expiring contract. That's the only reason they picked up CJ
Only
McCollum.
reason.
Yeah, but
Jesus.
Other notable trades that
and-
happened.
and-
Go ahead.
no, you go right ahead because you're probably going to say what I was going to say.
So the other two trades that happened, Celtics traded another player, Drew Holiday, over to Trailblazers for Anthony Simons. And then the one that broke during Schaumburg, Houston Rockets get Kevin Durant for Jalen Green, Dylan Brooks, and then a slew of picks. Looks like five picks, and one going all the way out. These picks go all the way out to 2032.
Dylan Brooks, it doesn't matter. He's just a throw-in player. It's the picks for them, most likely.
It's the picks. But it's kind of weird seeing Durant being traded because usually he just won't renew and then just go to another place.
Right.
So
we knew that the Phoenix Suns wanted to get rid of him. We knew that they were trying to get. It was either him or, you know what I mean. So it's just like, what are we doing here? You know what I mean? They were actually trying to trade him last season, right before the trade deadline, but he said no. He's not going anywhere. So that was interesting to see that he's going to Houston. Of all places, Houston. Like, I mean, is Houston? And again, producer, I will rely on your expertise more than I. But is Houston really a contender?
I mean, they finished. I think they were second in the West. Let me go back and
And
look.
you too, Patrick, because I know you follow basketball more than I do.
Well, yeah, I mean, I think that the Rockets are a contender. I think Ime Udoka, whether you like him or not, I mean, he's a great. He knows his X's and O's as a basketball coach, and he just got an extension to become one of the highest paid coaches in the league.
Update: Mayor's phone just died.
Does he not carry like a portable brick charger? with him?
I mean, listen, I carry this with me everywhere I go. What are we doing here, Mr. Mayor? I do apologize. Hey, by the way, Kenosha, just a little quick update. Up 2-1. All right.
Very
That's
good.
the thing. There you go. All right. Sorry, Patrick. Continue, my friend.
No, I was just gonna say, I think extending Udoka is good for the Rockets. I think the Rockets got fleeced on that deal by Phoenix because that's a whole lot to give up for Durant. I mean, even though we all know Durant's a great player, but that's a lot of capital to give up to.
But how old is Durant? Two, he's been getting a lot of injuries, hasn't he?
He's been very injury prone. Yes,
He has. He has.
Durant is. Let's see if I can pull this up.
I mean, I guess it should be pointed out it was like four of those picks were second rounders, right? Right, Virgil?
Yeah.
Yes.
So, I mean, and second round picks in the NBA draft don't usually do a whole lot for you. So, I mean, the only thing you can
You're
think of
usually
is that
G players at that point.
well, and you flip those in future trades. So that's usually what you use your second round picks for anyway. So maybe it won't be as bad, but I still think giving up a young player like Jalen Green that can help you to get an aging, injury-prone Kevin Durant, I don't think it's the best move personally, but credit to the Suns for getting what they did because the Suns weren't really in a place. They weren't really in a position of leverage, in my opinion, because they were actively looking to get rid of him. So to get the haul that they did, like you said, Dylan Brooks is a throw-in, and probably to get the deal they got, they had to take on Dylan Brooks in his contract.
But that's what it was. I think the numbers just needed to match at that point when it comes to contract numbers. That's what I was thinking when I saw the trade. I was like, the Phoenix Suns just. They telegraphed to the whole NBA that they were looking to move on from Kevin Durant, and still was able to get all these picks and all of the all these players for Kevin Durant because Kevin Durant is the only player that's going. Correct? Am I mistaken by that?
Yes, he's the only player that's going from the Suns.
That's insanity.
Nothing else. No picks. No cash considerations. Nothing.
Oh, hey, how is that beer, by the way?
This is the steal line from somebody else. Absolutely fantastic.
Okay. All right, Joe. I can't wait to taste that one.
Same. Thank you, Joe.
I'm looking forward to that one. So
Yeah, it's the perks for driving home for basically 2 days.
Yeah, why is Eric
How-
thanking him? He doesn't get anything.
That's right. I don't. But why did you not update us every 27 miles when you advance further on your trip back?
yeah, producer.
It's called reading the room.
You knew you were gonna get made fun of too. That's what it was.
Yeah, I'm not. Nah, I don't.
He was like, I ain't got time for that.
So basically, we don't really care. Is what you're saying.
I mean, who cares if I make it to Indiana? I mean,
Of all
He's
places.
like, I made it to
To be
Kentucky. I'm like, cool.
well, to be fair, I did ask you to let us know when you got home, Virgil. So I did care.
No, yeah, I did update them. I did. I think I updated one group, but not the other.
Yeah, thanks. By the way,
You were that one. What are you talking
yeah, I
about?
was. I'm intrigued by the move today from Boston Porzingis and then teaming him up with Trae Young in Atlanta. I'm intrigued by that.
State Farm's going to be rocking.
I
Ooh,
heard,
baby,
Patrick, I heard you're getting season tickets already.
sign him up. Golden State,
Nah,
who?
I'm good.
Here we go. Atlanta
no.
Hawks.
Nah, I'm
Yeah,
sticking with my
not
team.
the Falcons.
Don't do that. Don't do the Falcons. So
No. I mean, I would go to a game next season just to see what it looks like if they start putting something together.
good luck. That place is gonna be sold out.
It's Atlanta. That won't. I was gonna say that won't happen unless A, they're winning. B, Caitlin Clark somehow finds her way into a game. C, some other superstar shows up because that's usually what Atlanta fans do.
Okay, so
They come when
they're
they're
not
winning.
really true basketball fans, is what you're saying. Are you calling out the
they're
whole
fair.
city of Atlanta in their fandom when it comes to team plays? Is that what you're telling me?
No. There are people who go no matter what. But the
So
large.
all I
but would
heard
say the
is
majority-
that you're calling out the Atlanta Hawks fan base and calling them softies.
Not just the Hawks. I'm hearing the whole city of Atlanta.
The whole city, right? Like, I mean, I'm hearing, this is what I'm hearing. I am hearing that the prospector, Mr. Patrick, right here, this man that I'm talking to right here is calling out the whole city of Atlanta and their fandom and calling them softies and fair weather fans. Is that what I'm hearing, Mr. Producer?
That sounds like what I'm hearing.
Man, you guys are putting out alternative facts.
Oh no, this is an alternative facts. This is the truth. This is what we heard. If two people heard it, it's truth. All right. It's already on YouTube. It's on Facebook. So if it's on Facebook, it happened.
And I'm sure if Eric cared enough, he would agree with us.
I'm sure he will.
Well, I mean, water's wet too, so like.
Go ahead, Eric. Did you hear the same thing too?
Yeah, I agree.
See, that's what I'm saying. He didn't hear a thing, but he agrees. Congratulations, Eric. Thank you for chiming in on the show.
Yeah, because he is because he's not biased at all when it comes to me.
All I know is that people on 85 in Atlanta can't drive.
Oh, did Patrick also say that people can't drive in Atlanta in 85? Is that what you told me?
I said that.
Oh, Lord have
I
mercy.
think Patrick would agree on that.
I mean, you're already digging the hole, Patrick. Just go ahead and keep doing it, please.
No comment. No comment.
You heard it here,
I'm just drinking my
guys.
Crystal Light.
You heard it here, guys. Patrick Larson, the prospector. Go ahead and get him up on the MLB Head History on Twitter and on Instagram. He called you guys out, Atlanta fans. Every single one of you says that you guys are fair weather fans. You guys are softies, okay? You guys need a miracle in order for you guys to have a sellout at the Atlanta Hawks. But say I'm just calling it how it is. He said it, not me.
I believe the word fickle was also used.
100% it was.
Yes.
I have used the term fickle with Atlanta fans before.
See?
There it is, guys. That's the face. That is the face of calling Atlanta fan base in his LSU hats. As he'll tell you, he'll say, "Go Tigers."
Go Tigers. Chance, baby.
I guess we could segue and talk about the College World Series to give,
Go ahead. Talk about it.
So, as you all know, LSU swept Coastal Carolina 2-0. That's really all I gotta say.
Coastal Carolina got mistreated in this game, and I do not appreciate.
They just lost to a better team. That's just really it.
Oh, is that what you're saying?
Even if he didn't get thrown out, I don't think they would have won that.
I don't know.
Well, what I will say is that I thought the umpires were out of line in throwing the coach out of the game.
I agree, especially in the World Series. Come on, dude.
Yeah, I mean, that does nothing to help your program. I mean, it's you're in an elimination game, and you take away two of their leaders because it wasn't just the manager, right? It was the third base coach. I mean, first base coach. So, yeah. So
it was.
I don't want to see that for anybody. But also with the kind of season that Coastal Carolina had, I mean, give them a shot with everything that they have. I mean, he didn't say it would have been one thing if he would have bumped the umpire or
but the umpire fell on his own, dude.
I know. I'm saying if he had done that, but he didn't. And all he did was like briefly criticize the balls and strikes. And the guy got a hot head and had a short fuse, and he threw him out. That's how.
Disturbingly so, by the way. The calls and strikes were bad.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not disputing that. I mean, but regardless of it, I mean, he didn't do anything that warranted him being thrown out.
No,
and I like Coastal Carolina's coach.
Oh no, I agree. Listen, at the end of the day, LSU was a better team. That's the truth. Coastal Carolina had a wonderful season, but to throw out the manager like in a way in a manner they did at the very last game, that's not a good look on umpiring.
No.
Well, yeah, Donnie's not here, but that's the same guy that threw maybe 2 years ago Cam Canarella out. Patrick knows who that is since we met his mom. But yeah, they said that was the same guy that did that. They said he was in the MLB and he was terrible, so he's not pumping in MLB either because he wasn't very good.
And it shows. You tripped on your own, bro. Like, how embarrassing is that? You tripped on your own, and then you go and toss out the manager because you tripped on your own.
Yeah. Well, what did the coach say? I'm not responsible for another man's fitness.
Athleticism.
Athleticism. That's what it was.
True story. I mean, he's not wrong there. He's not wrong. But again, kudos to LSU. They earned it. Congratulations to them. Had a great season.
2 and 3 years.
Okay, that's enough. What were you going to say, Mr. Influencer?
To answer Phil's question, both questions. First question, yes, I am at the Wind Surge. Second question is, she's not here tonight. Dodgeball night is on Saturday this week where Missy Piles will be here, and I will not be here, so I will not get to meet her.
But great movie, by the way, Dodgeball.
They're doing a Wind Surge Average Joe's and a Wind Surge Global Gym jersey giveaway, so you get one or the other.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
Okay.
What are
That's
the 5
cool
Ds of
giveaway.
dodgeball?
Do tell us.
Dodge, duck, dip, dive, and dodge.
We almost had to censor you there for a minute.
We almost did. I had to censor myself.
It's after 10 o'clock. Do you have to censor it all?
No, there's no censoring after 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock Eastern time, so we're good. We're all right.
Speaking of
But
go ahead.
Well, Virgil finished, and then I have a question for you.
Oh, sorry. Speaking of specialty jerseys, I know 2 people out here are not wrestling fans, but Patrick, did you see the Tin Caps Cactus Jack jersey?
I sure did.
I saw it.
Yeah, that is an amazing, amazing jersey. I wish I could find a way to buy one of those.
Sorry.
They should mess with the logo to have a missing tooth.
I hope that, yeah, that's the only thing that's really missing from it.
Okay, sure about that.
All right. But
Yeah.
what was your question?
So I was inspired earlier by, you talking about all the NBA scores. So I had a question of my own.
Okay.
Des Bryant, Thurman Thomas, Barry Sanders.
No, Patrick, you cannot shoehorn it in. It doesn't work.
What do
like
those
that.
what do those three have in common?
Oh, dear Lord. They're from Oklahoma State.
What do those three have in common?
They're from Oklahoma
Go
State.
Pokes.
Go Pokes. You can't
Pokes.
shoehorn it in. You have to earn it.
You gotta work it in. You just can't because you just felt like it. No, just because you felt like it on a whim to say that. Like, oh, what do these guys have in common? No, it doesn't work like that.
I took a segment. Go Pokes.
Oh,
There's not. That's not a segment.
That was a segment.
Speaking of a segment that I can't do now because someone forgot to charge his phone, I have relevant Crystal Palace news.
Oh, yes. Go ahead and mention it, though, because that's an interesting little tidbit there.
So there has been a sale from Crystal Palace because John Textor is having some really, really bad times right now with financial troubles. And we'll talk about his other team that's having problems. But Woody Johnson of the Jets has bought a stake in Crystal Palace.
Interesting.
So
he's already fucked up one team, so he's gonna go to Crystal Palace and fuck it up even more.
Well, it's only just a portion of it. He doesn't own the whole thing, but I'm kind of curious.
He's a minority owner.
Yeah, usually, I know you guys have already known, a lot of English fans don't take too well to American ownership.
Well, I wonder why.
I can imagine why. But yeah, that's something to keep an eye on. And of course, our big Crystal Palace super fan, Donnie, when he comes back to charge his phone, we'll have his opinion on that if he comes back tonight. If not, we'll ask him Thursday. But that's not even the biggest soccer story going on. John Textor also owns one of the biggest clubs in France, Olympique Lyon.
Yep.
And the reason why I'm bringing them up is because they are a League One, usually a powerhouse in there and a stalwart in that. But due to financial troubles, they're relegated.
Really?
Yes, they are down a league.
Ligue 2.
Bless you.
Gesundheit.
Merci.
Wow. Really?
Yeah, a move like this has not been done since probably the likes of Juventus back in 2005 and 6 when they went down.
What about Rangers?
See, I forgot about Rangers. You're right. Rangers had a bigger fall.
Yeah.
So you're right. I was wrong about Rangers.
See, again, the two of you need to do your own soccer podcast, guys. I'm just saying. Great game this weekend. Inter Miami, PSG Club World Cup. That's right, Mike.
Some of the videos from Club World Cup have been pretty great, especially with some of the fan bases. Like they've shown
South
Boca
America has shown out. South American teams have shown out.
Yeah.
And there was
by the way, Chelsea. Right now. Just throwing it out there. 2-0.
What about Chelsea right now?
2-0.
Yep. Well, they got their butts handed to them this past weekend by Flamenco.
Did they?
Oh yeah, 3-1 Flamengo.
Yikes!
So, yep.
So I don't know if you guys have watched, Patrick. I know you probably have watched this version of the Club World Cup versus past iterations of it. What do you think of this version?
I've had negative thoughts about it from the beginning. I just think it's pushed too hard by Gianni Infantino. I mean, I think what's made this one somewhat entertaining have been the South American teams and their supporters. I think they deserve the most credit out of anybody because they're taking it seriously. And some teams that felt like they had a God-given right to just come in and, sail through the tournament are not doing it. Well, Chelsea is a good example. Bayern Munich is another example. Even PSG has lost a game. So,
True.
I don't know, like this expanded one. I don't particularly love the expanded version of it, if I'm honest, but I mean, I think it's just a money-making thing.
I mean, in the end, it is money making. I like it because of some of the matchups I would never think about seeing, like Dortmund going up against the Sundowns from South Africa,
That sounds kind of cool. I like
and
that.
even it gives like Byron versus Boca Juniors. That's something you never would see. So
Yeah.
I kind of like the idea of having more teams because it really showcases. Like I said, it doesn't benefit Europe at all, I would think, but it benefits all the other ones because Palermo is another team that people are starting to follow, and they tied. I think they drew with Inter today, 2-2.
They did. They
Yeah.
did.
So yeah, I
Don't
think
worry,
for some
we're
of the,
taking.
I think
Go
for
ahead.
some of the lower leagues or some of the other confederations, like the African Asian Confederation, it's good for them because it gets eyes on those teams. But we can talk about them, but apparently CONCACAF just didn't even show up, which is
Well,
kind of
Inter Miami did. Inter
for
Miami did.
maybe like one game.
Well,
But
then aren't they moving on to the elimination rounds?
I think they are actually. But
Yeah.
Seattle, I don't think they ever won a game.
Yowza.
Yeah. So let me see if I can pull up the list of teams just so.
I believe Miami. I think the Miami's result either today or yesterday gets them to move on.
You're right. So it's Miami versus PSG.
Yep. So in other words, Messi playing against his former team.
It's almost like they made the storyline. Flamengo versus Bayern is another matchup.
Oh,
there.
it's a prophet that likes me.
No, he doesn't either.
Oh, he doesn't?
Real quick, somebody called Donnie. They did the dizzy bat race, and the bats were not on the ground. He's going to cry about it if he saw that.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, that's a big problem for Donnie.
Hey, Easton, I like you too, buddy.
He's gone.
Well, Mrs. Influencer likes me. I know that.
No, she definitely doesn't.
Oh, really? Okay. We'll go with that.
Let's go with it. And that, gentlemen and ladies, was your soccer news. Anything else that we've missed on any soccer news?
Gold Cup is going on, but I don't know one really. I follow it, but I don't know really anybody else. I'm kind of disappointed Haiti didn't make it through because I thought they were going to do better than last time. But there's only been 2 matchups set. It'll be USA versus Costa Rica and Mexico versus Saudi Arabia.
Ooh.
So.
Oh, look! Someone got a baseball with a minor league baseball logo.
Oh, cool.
I like it.
So that's all I have. That's all I have for soccer news.
Are you sure?
Am I missing something?
I don't know. I'm asking you. You guys are the soccer experts.
No, I have nothing else for soccer.
Mr. Prospector, anything else? I like it. All right. Well, guys, I think we should. I think that's a pretty good time for us to say what we got going on our podcast. I can tell you guys that I do apologize that I was not able to put an episode. I literally just got internet a couple of hours before I had to come in for the show. So I'm sorry. I will try to put it sometime this week. If not, wait until next week to put out the episode. Just things got in the way, so I do apologize. In the meantime, Mr. Influencer, what you got going on this week?
So tomorrow on the Earn Fun Average podcast, we asked all of our listeners to ask us questions on social media. So we are answering those questions that everybody asked. So check that out tomorrow.
I don't think you're going to answer my question, but I'm a little disappointed.
I did. I answered it.
All right. Well, about to
I
find
answered
out.
Patrick's. I answered Virgil's. I answered Donnie's. I answered Joe's. I answered almost everybody's.
I thought the mayor was going to be on, but apparently not. Mr. Prospect, if you want to talk, please unmute your microphone.
Sorry, I had to vent for a second, so I couldn't do it on the show. I was just saying that Eric asked for questions, and then when I put one in, he goes, "I'm not going to answer it." So,
Michael, I refuse to talk about this man who wants to talk about himself, but then blames the media that they're talking about him.
Also, Aaron Rodgers last year was 2 years ago.
True story.
I forgot to ask Eric about what he thought about Jair Alexander moving to a new team.
Also, Deontay Johnson refusing to play because he was cold. He didn't want to risk injury in 41 degrees.
Oh.
Bro.
What did you guys think about Devers hitting a home run against his old team?
Oh, fantabulous. Wonderful. Absolutely wonderful.
Can't say,
I thought that
rate that any better.
Man,
Also,
yeah, well, I was going to say,
let's not mistake this. Okay, Devers acted like a child in this whole situation as well. Okay, like I blame a lot on Boston because Boston, should have never had gone for what's his name, and then put Devers on the defense. But at the same time, Devers, acted like a child. Yeah, Bregman. But Devers also acted like a child.
So my question with that is, yeah, he did. He probably, yes, he acted immature, like you said. But how? I feel like that's still on Boston.
No. Most of the
you created that environment for that to happen, and he's not going to take it well because if I was in that situation, I feel like I'd have been screwed.
If you're telling me that I am the face of the team, I'm your face of the team, then you bring in Bregman and then remove me from my position, which by the way, you were the worst defensive player in the league last year. All right, fine. I'll make one move. But then you're telling me to make another move on top of that during the season? No, bro. We're not having that. So, yeah. We all saw this coming. When they brought him in, we all saw this was going to end bad for Boston and for Devers.
Would you expected him being traded though this early?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
No.
I expected him to be gone.
What's that, Eric?
Look what I just got.
Figures.
He bought it at the team store.
No, he went to the team store to buy it, and then his card got declined, so they just gave it to him for free.
Exactly.
Because he used his kid.
My card was never declined. It just didn't go through.
Please.
That's different from being declined.
It got declined.
Oh, yeah.
Don't be mad because I got a free ice cream.
And free parking in Asheville. I told Patrick the story.
Yeah, you son of a gun.
Wait, what?
So Eric goes to leave the parking garage in Asheville after the game. He pulls to the gate ahead of me and Rhonda, puts his ticket in instead of barcode scanning, and it jams in the machine. He hits the button to call for help, and the guy's like, "What's your name? And what do you ask for? Your name and phone number?" A name and phone number, and then raises the gate and lets Eric go. Like, what's that going to do?
He never called. He's like, "We'll call you later." He never called.
No. And then Rhonda and I come up and do it properly and pay.
Yeah, dumb cuff putting it in instead of scanning it.
I mean, as far as I'm concerned, that's just good customer service.
I was just gonna say, I think that's great. That's just
It's not my fault the machines don't work.
Well, see,
don't blame the machine. Blame don't blame Eric. Blame the machine on this.
No, I blame Eric because I blame Eric for Modesto too. So
Again, blame the machine, not Eric. Not my fault it didn't run my card. And
Donnie,
she's like, "Don't mind, just take the ice cream."
I could have pulled up, pushed the button, and done the same thing, but that would have been dishonest of me.
Yeah, when you said paying for parking in Asheville, I'm like, but that lot by the right's always free. But then you said parking garage, and I was like, okay, never mind then.
Yeah, we took a trolley.
Go ahead, Eric.
I was going to say they have a trolley that they run this year that's a quarter mile away.
Okay.
By a parking garage, and I put my ticket in the thing where it says to put it in, and it just wouldn't go in, and then once I kept feeding it in there, then it wouldn't come out and wouldn't raise it. So not my fault.
Why you keep forcing it?
So you like that hat I sent you there, Ed?
Heck yeah.
That's a new one. I walked in the store just to kind of browse real quick, and I asked him if they got the 4th of July hats. He's like, "No, we still got from 2 years ago. It's not a big seller here." I'm like, "Yeah, but this one's fire this year with the blue, light blue." They didn't do it, but he's like, "I do have one new," and he showed me that. I'm like, "Man, you're already spending my money for Saturday."
That hat is beautiful. That
Yeah.
material is so nice
Which
on
one?
that hat.
Yeah, and it's
Which
got
one?
the suede brim on it. If you can throw it up there, I don't know, but I just
I
sent him
can't.
a new dad hat. Oh, that's right. I'll text it to the group chat here. Let me go do that real quick.
It's gorgeous.
It's a
You can
dad
do it when you stop.
a Grits dad hat.
It's a beautiful hat. Just know that it's a beautiful beautiful hat approved by the Dad Hat.
Yeah.
So anyways, all right, Mr. Prospector, what you got going on this week?
Well, unfortunately, there's not going to be anything released tomorrow, but there will be Thursday with the team to be determined. So be surprised on Thursday when you see who it's going to be.
All right, I like it. Mr. Producer, what you got going on this week?
So this week, I'm going to be working on our next and final tournament, the Copa tournament.
Oh, I'm sure we can come up with another tournament.
Well, for the sake of what we're doing for this will be the last tournament out of this batch.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, I like it. I dig it. Mr. Mayor, what you got going on this week, my friend?
Not a whole lot. Unfortunately, the Checkers lost last night, so there's no Game 7 tomorrow night that Rhonda and I could have been going to. So hockey's done until October. We have Fireflies games on Saturday and Sunday. Sunday is Mason's birthday, so looking forward to seeing what other mascots make it to Columbia on Sunday. And if it's still as hot Sunday afternoon as it is today, those guys are going to burn their ass up in those costumes. So we'll see what kind of relaxing from all the travel we've done the last 8 weeks or so. We're just kind of taking a break until about 4 weeks. We head out on our vacation. So
I'm actually going to be playing baseball on Saturday, so I'm very excited to get back to playing. Since I could play this weekend, so.
Phil, since you're going to, if you're going to Great Lakes Loons, be sure to go back to the episode on last Tuesday for a preview of what the team store looks like.
oh yeah, that was good stuff.
Yeah, Great Lakes Loons, they're legit team store.
Yeah. I'll translate for the mayor when he says that was good stuff. What he meant to say was that was fantastic.
I got to keep them on their toes.
That's how it goes. All right, guys. Well, hey, thank you for watching tonight. We will see you guys on Thursday, 9 p.m. Eastern time. Make sure you guys go to Old Ford Baseball Company. Use code DADHAT for 15% off, and DHC for your sticker for your sticker club that you guys can get every month. So make sure you guys support it. We will see you guys on Thursday. Deuces.